Then the next thing I did was install that hitch right there. Right now I have a step attached to it, and I also have a hook that I can actually it's a shackle in case I get stuck somewhere like I did the first snowstorm of last season. I got stuck and there's nowhere on this van, which is amazing, for a tow truck to attach a cable or something to pull me out. So I got one of those shackles and I've been very happy with it. I haven't used it and I hope I don't have to use it, but I'm happy that I purchased that because now I have a way to get unstuck. So the next thing I did after the roof rack was to install this solar panel, and this is a Kyocera 325 watt panel, and so far it's been working wonderfully. It supplies all the needs, all my electrical needs, and some, because even right now, well, right now it's kind of half raining, half sun, but even when it's raining, just raining, clouds and raining, this panel still produces electricity, which is really amazing to me. Unfortunately, when I got it, I didn't notice, but the panel was bent. I don't know if it was already shipped like that or if it was bent during shipping, but I really wanted to get this thing installed. I didn't want to wait any longer, so I went ahead and I installed it, and I figured by bolting this down that the panel would straighten itself out, and it did. It's straight except over here on this side there's just a slight bend over here, especially in the frame itself, but it's working fine, and I'm really happy with it. I almost forgot, before I installed the solar panel and after I installed the roof rack, I put in these two Venair vents from Ventline, and they work wonderfully. The reason I picked the Venair vents as opposed to something like the Fantastic vent was mainly this height restriction right here. I didn't know exactly how much room I was going to have between the van and the solar panel. I was assuming that I was going to have a little less room, but either way, with the space that I have between these two bars, okay, I wouldn't have enough room to put a Fantastic vent. And I looked around and I looked, and these vents here were the only thing that I found that would fit underneath my solar panel, and they work fantastic. I've been in a van when it's 90 plus degrees inside and 90 plus degrees outside. It seems like it's very hot, and I'm not going to deny it. It is hot, but by having these fans open and the Fantastic vent running, I get cool air, or kind of cooler air. I mean, if I'm parked in the hot sun like I usually do, then it doesn't matter if this is shaded with the solar panel or not. The air in here is still going to be hot, but I have air circulation, and that air circulation really makes me stay comfortable inside the van. So, and another thing I can do is I can turn these two vents on, and I can reverse the fantastic vent, and now I can have air flowing through, air flowing right over me, especially if I'm laying down in bed. So I would highly recommend these if you don't have room for something else. If you have the room, I would probably go with two fantastic vents or two similar type of vents. But because of this room restriction with the solar panel, that's what I got, and I'm very glad that I got those. So what I did next, and I just did that recently, was install that wind deflector, also from Vantec. It's made by the same company that makes the roof rack. It's that wind deflector was meant to be attached to a flat roof rack, but my roof rack, those crossbars, they aren't flat, they're rounded, so that thing couldn't really go on a roof rack. So I ended up applying it to the solar panel, and it works fine. I mean, I had some problems with it. You guys saw those videos where I had problems with the thing making noise, but now that noise is gone and I don't have to bother with it anymore. One thing I might do though is apply those caps at the end. You see that the end doesn't have anything there. Originally I just threw those caps away, but I still have them here, so I just picked them up. I gotta clean them, and I'll try to install them to see if it works. If they make noise, if it makes more noise with those things on, I'll just take them off. I mean, I think it's fine just the way it is. But the reason I really like it is that from the front, okay, looking at the van from the front, you can't really see the solar panel. It kind of hides. Before, the solar panel was right there, you know, you could see the edge of it. Now it kind of hides it. If somebody really wants to look at the thing, they'll see the panel, but at least now it kind of hides it a little bit more. Alright, so now let's go inside here and take a quick look at the front. As you can see, it's just a regular cargo van. Behind the seats, you can see the bulkhead and the door. I have a latch there on the door that I can put a, what do you call it, a lock on it, and I do that when I have the van service. I lock the van, and I lock all the other doors so nobody can take a peek in the back and see what I have there. It's none of their business.